Wellness in Knightdale, and I'm so glad that you joined me for a 30-minute Sit Fit workout. So we're going to start by just moving our toes to the front. We call this a toe tap, and we're warming up our calf muscles. So toe to the front and return. And we're going to check into our very best posture as we move. Toe taps to the front, and we're lifting the chest. We want to relax our shoulders, and we want to gently pull in the abdominals so that we're using our core body for everything we do. Let's make a change here. We're going to tap our heels to the front. Now we're warming up more into the front of the leg. So heel to the front and return. And that's a great start so far. So as you move today, be sure that you're working at the range of the motion and the speed that works for you, how you're feeling today. So if you need to slow it down or take a break, do that at any time. If you move faster than us, it doesn't hurt our feelings, right, girls? Yeah. All right. Let's come back in and let's just march out to the feet gently. Put the whole foot down. And that's our lower body workout, our warm-up. So let's warm up through the upper body. Option to keep your feet moving or just relax your legs and think about rolling your shoulders. So they're coming up, back, and down. And the bottom of the shoulder roll is where we really get into that set position where we're lifting the chest, gently pulling the abdominals in, and we want to make sure we're breathing through our movement. Let's make a change to a shoulder rotation, front and back. Maybe you could do a smaller circle, especially if you have a shoulder sensitivity. Or as you do a few more of these, perhaps your movement could become bigger. Just like that. Perfect. We're going to take a straight arm up with the palms down and back down to your side. So if you'd like, you could lift just to the shoulder or below the shoulder. If you want to take the arms up and overhead, that works for you, go with it. And we're moving smooth. Looking good, looking strong. Let's do 2 more of these, and we'll make this change. Turn your palms up and feel the difference through the back of your arm. And we're squeezing through the chest. We're using our back, keeping our best posture. And remember, you could go just below your shoulder, or you could come all the way up overhead. You pick. Very nice. So let's keep moving. We're going to bring our arms down. We'll go back to that shoulder roll. So a lot of us hold tension in the body right around in this area, the muscles of the cervical spine. They just happen to take on our tension. So let's be aware of our posture and keep that tension out of the shoulders, out of the neck. Very good. So now that we're warm, we're going to get into the workout. Let's have a march, and arms are as though you're jogging. We're bringing the whole foot down. Let's keep the arms moving. Let's make a change with the legs. We're taking the feet and the knees further apart. Good. And nothing else changes about our body position besides those wide feet. So we can work into the hips and the thighs. And we'll bring the knees together. Feet go wider and step together. Now I got a little agility drill for you here. Can you keep both feet moving and take one leg out to the side? Just one. Both feet move. One leg leg goes wide, and that leg goes back into the center. Very nice. Let's do that on the other side. Take that knee wide. Come into the center. Very good. Looking strong. We're going to slow our pace. Bring the feet together. I want you to relax your upper body for now. Feet are together. We're taking the heels out, then the toes out. Heels, toes. When you get wide enough, come back into center. Try to plant that whole foot every time you step together. So heels out. Very nice. Can you feel that you got your heart rate up a little bit on that last one? Feet come together. So finish the one that you're in and do it one more time. Heels and toes out wide. Come back into center. From here, we're going to take our heels just about outside of the hips, and we're going to lift one knee. Let's start on this side. So lift the knee, now lift the other knee. Good. Lift and lower. Nice. Now how far should you lift that knee that you can feel your abdominals being engaged, but it's not too much for you? Lift and lower. And we're not in a hurry because we're finding the range of motion that helps us really use our core body. Let's do 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step together and let's add that march. Add the jogging arms. Very nice. Everybody's posture looks amazing. So we're going to commit to our very best body position throughout the workout. And we're going to speed things up a little bit. We're going to do intervals. Intervals are quick bouts of big intensity. They're only going to be for 20 seconds. So do your best. I want you to be glad when that 20 seconds is over. Deal? Deal. All right. 20 seconds on the clock, starting now. Good. We call this one the stampede. And we're almost there. Go 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow your pace, but keep moving. How was that? Good. I see you're up for the challenge today. Good work. We're going to do another interval. This one is not going to be so much about speed, but we're going to lift the knee just as high as we can. So we're not trying to go as quickly as we can, but we're going to find our best range of motion, really powering that knee up. Remembering that your speed and your range is your decision how you feel today. We got 20 seconds on the clock, and let's start now. So lift and lift. We're staying tall and upright through the upper body, resisting the urge to lean forward or lean back. And what are you going to do with the last 5 seconds of this interval? 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to a gentle march. Very nice. All right, now we're going to exercise through our pelvic floor muscles. So I want you to scoot yourself, take your pace down, scoot yourself to the front of your chair, and then scoot yourself back. So this is something that you could also do sitting in any chair, watching television, or if you're on the computer. I know we're all probably having a lot of screen time, so we may as well move as we sit. And we'll keep those pelvic floor muscles that are often neglected in a workout. Let's keep them strong and flexible too. So it's almost like you're taking one cheek up and back down, moving forward and moving back. Good. And we're going to stay in our smaller and more intrinsic muscles. So you could finish the repetition that you're in and do one more. And then find yourself back to that set position. Option to move your feet And let's work into our wrists and our fingers. We're going to go with a roll of the wrist. So we want to take good care of our wrists and our fingers and even that thumb. I got something special for you for the thumb. Relax your shoulders and make sure you're keeping that exchange of oxygen. And sometimes when we're really focusing, we grit our teeth and we hold our breath. But we want to make sure that we bring in plenty of oxygen to fuel us for the workout. So we're rotating at the wrist, and let's go in reverse. Now you can have your hands in the middle like this. If you want more, you can lift your hands higher, or you're welcome to keep them lower by your side. If that's a better idea for your shoulders, good. And if everybody looks a little different, that is A-okay. Nice. Option to keep your feet moving or not. We're going to work into our fingers. So I want you to pretend like you're playing the piano. We're going to go side to side. And we're using all 10 fingers to make this beautiful melody. Well done. And because we're so talented in the Rex Wellness community, we can play our piano upside down. Palms up on that piano. And notice the difference, especially through the front of your arm when you play your piano upside down. Looks and sounds amazing. Bring those hands back into center. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Now we're just going to roll the thumbs. Our thumbs are important, so we want to take good care of them too. So we're working into flexibility. Remember, you have the option to go high, in the middle, stay low. See what's working for you. If you need a break, take it. We're going to take a water break ourselves in a moment. And let's go the other way. So we're rotating our thumbs in the opposite direction. Close your hands and open. So make a gentle fist. Open your hands. If you like, you can keep your feet moving and you can press your hands forward like you were doing a push-up. So closing the hands and extending forward. Good work. Let's add a movement to this repetition. We're going to move forward and we're going out to the side. Forward and side. And the height of your hands from the floor is up to you. Stay low if that's better for you. Bring it to the front and a little higher if you're up for that challenge. Let's do 4 more of these. And we have 3 more. And this is the last repetition. Good work. Bring your arms down to your side. Let's go to those shoulder rolls. So class, is anyone cold? No. Good. How about we have a sip of water? Because while we're home, with every intention to stay healthy, we want to make sure that we're very hydrated through the day, through all of our tasks, and especially during our workout. Then from here, we're going to practice standing up and sitting down. So let's take the feet wide. Let's scoot over to the front of the chair. What we're going to do is push our weight into our heels. Now, if you're not up for standing up, I want you to tighten through your backside, lift your chest, and think, what would that feel like if you weren't going to stand? Maybe Virginia, you could take that option for us today. All right, everybody else, plant your weight into your heels, lead with your chest, come on up. Make sure that seat is safely behind you for a safe landing. Come on up. Good. We're using our stomach muscles for assistance. And if you need to change your feet width, go with it. Good. All right, on this next one, I'm going to give you an option. Sit back but don't sit down. Now stand up. Sit back. Good. So we're into squats. We do this all day long anyway, so we may as well practice with our best form and posture and breathing into the movement. Let's do 2 more. Good work. And then I'm going to give you this option. If you want to remain standing, Virginia, if you want to take the seated option, you're going to do what we're doing, except for you're not going to leave your seat. Everybody else, we're going to take a walk behind the chair. And I want you to hang on to the chair for balance. We're going to do some leg lifts out to the side. So you could do this with a straight leg and move that leg out, Virginia. Good. You could lift it, you could keep it on the floor, your choice. Let's bring the leg up. Let's go out to the side. Bring it down to your side. So we're going up, out, and back down. So now we're into the muscles of the hip. And we want our hips to stay strong and flexible so that we walk with more quality in our movement as we age. Now, if you just want to lift this far, and back in, that would be totally fine too. Good work. Try to make nothing change through your upper body. If you need the chair for balance, keep it there securely. If you're using the chair for balance, try one finger on the chair and see if that makes a difference. Good. Up, out, and down. Let's do 2 more of these. You're staying nice and tall. Relax through the shoulders. We're going to step together, then let's change our movement. Let's go to a full circle. We're moving the whole leg from the hip. Now I want you to pay attention to the leg that's supporting your body weight. Make sure you have a little bit of a bend at the knees so you don't lock that joint and put the pressure on the joint. We want to work the muscle, not the joint. And take advantage of your space and see what your hips can do. Maybe a bigger circle. If that doesn't work for you, then not so much, and that would be fine. Let's do 2 more in this direction. And we're going to change and go the other way. So if this feels different, reversing the direction of your hip circle, just notice that. We're staying nice and tall. We've got the chair right here in case we need it. Another thing that you could do is you brush your teeth twice a day, right? For 2 minutes, right? So stand on one foot for 1 minute. You've got the bathroom counter right there for support if you need it. Switch legs and brush your teeth with the other leg. Lift it. Just a little hint for you. Let's do 2 more in this direction. And before we switch sides, let's add a march and a shoulder roll. So this is good. We're shaking out to benefit our nervous system before we switch to the other side. So we're going to make our way and do the same thing on the other leg. So we started with a lift to the front, out to the side, come into the center. Keep the chair handy in case you need it. So today in class, we're considering the chair to be a tool for balance, for support. It's a tool, it's not a crutch. Soft knee on the standing leg. You can lift high, you can lift low. You have choices for how you're feeling today. Let's do 2 more of these, and we'll go into our circle. Good, so benefiting the hips, you should feel your backside working a little bit, and the posterior chain. So that's your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back, all making a contribution to the movement of your hips. And if you need to stop and come back into the repetition when you're ready, that would be totally fine. That's not cheating. Go with it if you need to. 2 more circles in this direction. And let's go the other way. And if things are a little bit different on this side, just make a note of that. Notice it. And again, your circle can be big, it can be small. Anything that works for you with your best form and posture. Good work. 2 more of these on this side. And we're going to make our way back to our chair. Make sure it's securely behind you for a safe landing. Have a seat. And I'm guessing that in your pantry you might have a couple of cans of vegetables or soup. So I have 19 ounces here. I'm going to pretend that these are weights. You're welcome to pause the video and grab what you would like to use for weights. And when you come back, we're going to be here. Heels are underneath the knees, shoulders are stacked above the hips. Let's roll the shoulders. And we're going to start out with this movement. Bring the arms back, come forward, and circle. Good. So we're into the forward facing muscles of the back, the biceps, your back and your chest, also making a contribution to this movement. Option, you want to keep your heart rate up a little bit, move your feet. So do that if that works for you. Don't feel pressured if it doesn't. Very nice. Let's do 4 more of these. Last one before we change our range of motion. So I want you to sit with your elbows at your side. We're going to bring the cans down. We're going to bring them up one at a time. Go both at the same time if you're up for it today. And if you don't happen to have anything handy to use as a weight, just use your body weight. And we're making contact with the floor so we can count this as weight-bearing exercise. Good news for our bones as well as our muscles and connective tissue. Very nice. Let's go 4 more of these. 3, 2, 1 more, and let's make this change. Hold your hands so that they're out right in front of your elbow. Shoulders and elbow are in line, and I want you to pretend you have a $100 bill tucked into your elbow, so you don't want to lose that, right? Option to move your feet. Keep that money there and take your arms out. Good. So now we're into more muscles of the upper body, including the shoulders. And find that little squeeze between your shoulder blades. Make sure your abs are tucked in nice and tight. And we're breathing through the movement. Good. Let's do 4 more. And 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Now, you set that $100 bill away, so you don't have to worry about losing it. So let's lift the elbows. We don't want to go further than the shoulders. And everybody take a look at your shoulders. Make sure they're not creeping up towards your ears. And that's how we work into the muscles that are caged by that rotator cuff. So we're staying strong and flexible. Breathing through the movement. If you don't want to lift this high, you don't have to. You really don't need to lift higher than the shoulders for the range of motion we're looking for to achieve this exercise. Lift and lower. We're doing 4 more of these. Then we have 3. Here's 2. Last one. Very nice. Now let's work into the muscles that are caged by the spine, the side of the waist, so the obliques. So we're going to sit tall. We're going to bring the arm down, lift, and down to the other side. Now how low should you go so you feel safe, but it's a challenge for you? And everybody looks a little different. That works really well. Down to the side and up to the center. Other side. Check your shoulders. Gently brace that core body. Inhale. Exhale, very nice. Next time you reach down, I want you to hold that reach. And notice the sensation to the side of your waist. You're lengthening on one side and crunching on the other. Double benefit here. Lift to center, move to the other side. Hold. Lift to center, very nice. We're holding the hands at our side. We're going to bring one to the front, one to the back. Now, how high should you move? As high as what works for you, taking care if you have a shoulder or a back sensitivity. Adding a little bit of agility, let's move our feet. If that doesn't work for you, that is okay. Very nice. Feel your back and your chest and your core helping your arms swing back and forth. Smooth and control. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Very nice. So we're going to put the hands down the same way we were just exercising through our waist. So safely towards the floor. When you're down far enough, just let them go. To the other side. Let them go. We're going to do a couple more rounds of interval marching. We'll have a cool down and stretch. Everybody good? All right. So we're going to have 20 seconds of the clock. We'll work to our best intensity. Where that 20 seconds, you're glad it's over. So we don't want to go to where we're completely breathless or feel dizzy, but we definitely want to feel the difference between where we are now and where we'll go in that 20 seconds of intensity. We're going to do this 3 times. Are you excited?
Yes.
All right. 20 seconds on the clock, and go. And big effort. Control. We're breathing. We're stampeding. Good work. 4, 3, 2, and slow your pace. Keep those feet moving. Let's roll our shoulders. So we want to make sure that we're not inviting any tension into the neck or the shoulders when we add intensity. Woo! I need a sip of water. How about you? Let's go with it. See if you can keep your form, your posture, and keep your feet moving as you take a little water break. We'll do this 2 more times. 20 seconds on the clock. And go. Powering through our 20 seconds of intensity. Your way. Almost. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Catch your breath. Lift your chest. Brace your core. We're into it 1 more time, so we may as well commit right here. Last one. 20 seconds, and let's go for it. Breathe. Keep that posture. Stampede, stampede. And what are you going to do for the last 10 seconds of your interval? Let's make it count. You can do this. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'm happy to slow down. How about you? Good. So let's keep this movement until we feel that heart rate coming down, because we want to do that slowly and safely. Lifting the chest, gently pulling the abdominals in so they continue to assist us even as we cool down and stretch. Take the feet wide. March the feet together. Take the feet wide. March together. 1 more of those. Feet together. Let's have a slow toe tap to the front. If you can make it work so the opposite elbow goes back, that would be great. let's change to a heel tap. Come back in, step together, knee lift, slowly up and down. Nothing else changes, hip to shoulder. Good work. Four times. 3, 2, 1 more. Good work. Let's roll the shoulders. Then we're going to turn the whole body this way. So bring your feet, your knees, your torso this way. The hand closest to the chair goes on the chair. And the other arm is going to move out in the opposite direction. Lift that arm across your chest. Option, if it works for you, you can come up and over. Shoulder sensitivity, stay across. You pick. Release. We're going to take the foot on the outside and we're going to bring the toes back. So if you could press your toes into the floor, the top of the toes, you should feel that stretch through the forward-facing muscles of that leg. So you're into the quadriceps and the hip flexor. And if it works for you, lean into it a little bit. If that's too much, back off. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep breathing. Step together. And we're going to move to the other side. So take your whole body this way. That back arm over the chair. The other arm reaches out in front. We're opening up the chest. And 2 options. You can come across your chest or you can come up and over. What works for you today? Release. Then we're going to take that outside leg, take a step back as far as what works for you and press those toes into the floor. You can lean into it if you'd like. So we're open up through the forward facing muscles of that leg. Take some deep breaths. Exhale. Shoulders are relaxed. Step together, bring your feet approximately hip width apart, and we're going to take the arms out with the thumbs up, and we're reaching wall to wall. We don't need to lift our arms past our shoulders. Turn your thumbs down. Lower your arms, and see if you could press those palms back any further. If you need to stay here, that would be okay. Just lift your chest to the ceiling, shoulders down. And you can explore your space and see what works for you. So you could just bring your arms back or maybe give yourself a hug in reverse. Don't you deserve that after your workout today? Take a couple of breaths. Release the arms. We're taking one leg so we can stretch to the back of the leg. The heel will go to the floor. We're lengthening the other leg. Opposite foot stays bent. And if you could feel this stretch in the back of your leg here, stay with it. If you want a little bit more, lean forward and bring your posterior chain into the stretch. Hamstrings, glutes, lower back. Bring the foot into set position. Let's do that on the other side. This side might be different. See how you do. Lean forward if that works for you. Hold. Breathe. step in, relax the shoulders, just put your hands on your legs or let them hang at your side. We're looking straight ahead. We're going to bring the ear towards the shoulder, and we're doing this slowly without forcing the stretch. And when you get as far as what feels good, it should be pleasant for you, hang on to that stretch. Breathe. Lift to center, to the other side. Hold. To the center, and let's roll those shoulders a couple more times. And that is Sit Fit for today. Thank you for joining us. I want to encourage you to stay active, be safe, check out the app, check out the website and the Facebook page if you liked this and you want to see more of it. Remember, you can always modify the movement if it's too much, if perhaps it's a standing class you want to try, do it seated. Bump up your intensity if that works for you. Have fun, stay safe, enjoy, God bless. Bye everybody.